We're about to be out of time though, and I want to make sure that I address that we had somebody who their child wants to smell everything. And is that normal? 9 years old, and this is something he wants to smell everything. And then they're also people speculating about they'd like to see me have a meltdown or are afraid to see me have a meltdown. No one wants to see me have a meltdown. Let me trust me on this. This is okay. So for the child who wants to smell everything, what do you think?
Yeah, it's interesting. It's a common enough behavior, okay, among our population. I think typical neurotypical kids and people have this behavior too. It's just that they have the social conscious to do it subtly. You know, I think that's the only difference. Is there are some people who love smells. Like, have a friend who by a smell can remember exactly where he was, like when he was a kid. Like he, you know, a specific dinner and everything. Like he remembers all sorts of things just by a smell. And so I think that the difference is the social awareness of whether you learn how to do it subtly and in a way that doesn't make people frown upon it, or, you know, other ways. So we do have those kids. It's another sensory aspect. It's one of your, you know, sensory things. We have the kids who love to see things, you know, who are visual learners. We have the ones who smell, the ones who want to taste everything to figure out what the world is. You know, that is actually a developmental milestone, right, to mouth. And that's the theory is that's how kids figure out what things are, is if they put that in their mouth. But I think the sensory aspect of there is something very enticing to him about it. And probably things like that he's probably smelled some pretty good things. And, you know, it's like, it's probably more reinforcing than it is like not liking something. So he's very interested. So a lot of it is teaching him to do it when it's appropriate. Like if he has, you know, it's just teaching him when to do it, when it's appropriate, when it's allowed. He can't just go up to somebody and just smell them, because that is, you know, typical people would be like, okay, this is a little weird, or what are you doing so close to me? You know, so maybe you could teach him some rules about it. Like, you know what, you know, you can do this with family, but even with family, you have to ask first, you know, or if he's vocal, you're going to teach him how to ask, like, what's that smell? Like, are you wearing perfume? Or is that food? Like, what, you know, some people have a really sensitive nose. And if you walk in after dinner, they can tell you, you know, you've had garlic, you've had, you know, whatever it is. But teaching him how to vocally get the information and to get the information appropriately. And that if there's a stranger out there, you are not allowed to go up there to them and smell what it is, you know, smell them. It's just not allowed, because if somebody doesn't know what's going on, they could think that the kid's going to bite them, because that's how close you need to get through. So you have to think about the other person's perspective, like how do they see this? And so a lot of it is just teaching them how to do this appropriately, because I'm pretty sure there's tons of people out there that are typical that have, you know, who like smells too, or are interested in them, but they just know how to do it in a socially appropriate way.
Yeah, I've got a friend who's a chef, and it's amazing how, like, they pick up everything and every piece of fruit before they purchase. I don't do that, but they pick up everything. But they are also somebody who, as you're talking about it, they're very in tune to smells. So, you know, they hug you and they're the person who will say, oh, your hair smells great. Or, you know, do I smell this cooking or whatever? So you're right. It can be completely appropriate. We just have to teach the parameters on it, when to do it, how to do it, how to smell and not comment on it, right? You should be smelling somebody from afar, but you don't have to mention anything about it, right? How to, you know, make your face like, you know, so you're smelling and that nobody else can know, because we're all inhaling all the time. This is fascinating. We are unfortunately out of time, but I just want to thank Evelyn for being here with us. And I want to thank all of you guys for being here with us. Hey, thanks for watching Autism Live. To subscribe, click here. And if you'd like to check out some more of our videos, click here.